Hey guys, this is John Wiehn, attorney and senior legal instructor with Blue to Gold Law Enforcement Training, coming to you today with another roadside chat. Now today's question deals with reasonable expectation of privacy in cell phones of a deceased person's cell phone. So the question is this: do the dead have a reasonable expectation of privacy over the content of their cell phone? If we are investigating an overdose death, can we search the victim's phone without a warrant, looking for information, possible dealers, information on who provided the drugs that led to their death? All right, so first off, let's just keep in mind that there is a high level, a high expectation of privacy in cell phones, right? Riley versus California firmly established that a cell phone has a wealth of information. The Supreme Court was like, basically visitors from another planet would think that this was part of a piece of human anatomy, right? Because everybody has cell phones and they are constantly attached to us. Ultimately, this question is going to come down to a matter of standing, right? Now, in order to be able to contest the reasonableness of a governmental search, you have to have a constitutionally protected interest in the item or place to be searched. You have to have standing. You have to have skin in the game. You have to have a horse in the race, all right? So if you do not have a constitutionally protected interest in the item or area being searched, then you don't have standing to contest the reasonableness of that search. You don't have a basis to bring a motion to suppress that evidence. Now again, I don't want to be saying get out there and violate people's rights, because at the end of the day, they're not going to be able to argue against it. Usually when we talk about a standing argument, it's because otherwise there would be a violation, right? But who has a reasonable expectation of privacy in that cell phone? It's going to be the decedent, and the decedent is no longer concerned about you violating their constitutional rights. However, are we potentially getting into some dangerous areas there? Yes, because if you go in and you start warrantlessly searching that cell phone, and later on it turns out that the person who owns that cell phone has a constitutionally protected interest in it, like let's say worst case scenario, the person that you are, the person whose death you're investigating, it turns out their pimp or their dealer is the person who pays for, owns, regularly accesses, uses the phone. Is there an argument that they have standing there? Absolutely. And so will they have a basis to contest the reasonableness of that search? Yes, they will. And if you are warrantlessly searching that phone without any kind of exigency articulated, it's going to be a bad day for you. Okay? So if you go in and you start going through warrantlessly and searching a decedent's cell phone, absent exigency or some other kind of recognized exception, and then it turns out, let's say maybe a parent or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife is implicated in that, and they have a constitutionally protected interest in that cell phone, they're going to have a basis to argue that that evidence should be suppressed. And absent some kind of other recognized exception, it's going to be a bad, bad day. I hope this helps. If you guys are interested in learning more about this kind of thing, I highly recommend you take our case law, right, our search warrant case law class, or our emerging legal trends class. Emerging legal trends or search warrant case law. In those classes, we talk about cell phones. We do a deep dive into what the law is currently saying about police searching these electronic devices. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, please email us. training@bluetogold.com, training@bluetogold.com. If you're interested in having Blue to Gold out to your agency, go to bluetogold.com, learn more. I hope to see you at a training in the future soon. Until then, be safe out there and make good case law.